Hey, I'm Mike Mahar. I'm a producer on NBA Live, and we're here at EA Play.
What did having a full 2 years of development open up for you guys when it comes to the NBA Live franchise?
Well, it really gave us a long time to focus on two big aspects of our game. One being gameplay, core gameplay, and the other being our new way to play, which is called the One.
So let's start by talking about the One.
Yeah, so the One is a kind of a basketball world we're creating in which you can take your character that you create and play in the NBA, which we're calling the League, or in the streets, which is encompasses street ball, pro-ams, live events, co-op, and multiplayer.
So talk about the different elements of gameplay when it comes to those different modes.
Oh, absolutely. So in the One, the gameplay will allow you to basically create a character that is customized to you and grow and progress that character in different ways, whether you like to play in the streets or the pro-ams, or whether you like to play in the League and the NBA. So whether you're questing for championships and rings and making an all-star game, or whether you're trying to win the championship of the Drew League, how that impacts the character and the choices you make will ultimately determine what kind of character you play with.
The street gameplay, how will that differ from the on-court hardwoods type of gameplay?
A good question. So the street gameplay varies from what would be like normal NBA rules in a couple of regards. One, obviously it being fast and furious and like summer pro-ams, it's a little bit more loose. Offense is a little bit more important than defense, although judging by the finals this year, I think you could say offense is kind of paramount everywhere. Games are to 21. There's a lot less fouls and whistles getting blown, and we really allow the user to kind of just play the game fluidly from start to finish.
Is it a more physical game when you're playing on the street?
Yeah, I mean, depending on, and this is kind of a really cool aspect that we're introducing, depending on where you're playing, which venue, which league, and which characters you're playing against, it can be more physical, it can be more defensive, or it can be a shootout.
Can you talk about the different leagues when it comes to street?
Yeah, so of course we have iconic venues like Rucker Park, which kind of represent the heart and soul, or Venice Beach, represent the heart and soul kind of street ball. But we also have, and partnering with leagues, pro-am leagues, like the Drew, where you'll see a great mix of NBA superstars, street legends, and of course your character.
And so this also, I'm assuming, opens up multiple paths. You can create one character, go the NBA route, and then create another character, replay ability-wise, and then go to the street side.
Yeah, replayability-wise, it's exactly what you said. You can take, well, first of all, you can create multiple characters. You can also take the same character and explore both of those things simultaneously. The fiction spans both of those worlds. And we extend that with our live event system. So think Ultimate Team, NBA mobile principles of live events and things that you can participate in to extend your career, to buff up your character, and to have new experiences. We'll be introducing those too into the career path. So you'll be able to play in boss battles for the latest shoe drops or more skill upgrades, even when perhaps your NBA career is over.
Now EA is also very big these days in the competitive gaming, esports. What does this new game open up from that perspective?
Well, I mean, the gameplay itself and the characters we're creating offer a myriad of ways that you can not only customize your character and play the game, but they're also balanced. So we're focusing on multiplayer and a co-op experience from that perspective. We really want to make the characters balanced, unique to each other, and hopefully our goal is to make sure that when we do esports or we have competitive events like that, that the playing ground is super balanced, that people can actually create custom characters and really get their teeth into playing unique roles competitively against each other.
Now we've seen the competition out there have like 5-on-5 multiplayer gameplay. When it comes to multiplayer, what are you guys doing for NBA Live?
Yeah, I think that's one of the parts, I think touching back on the live event stuff is one of the parts that I'm personally most excited about. Our live events are both multiplayer, 5-on-5, and co-op. So if like I said again, if a new shoe drops or new skill upgrades come out, it's almost like a raid. If you were again an RPG head, you can get together with a group of friends and kind of go on a quest to beat a boss battle at a certain court in a certain city, and we really allow you to group together in that respect as well.
And then can you also take your customized characters and put them into that kind of
Yeah, absolutely. Custom characters is the focus of the whole thing. So you would be teaming up with or against other custom characters, the character that you create. Yeah, absolutely.
How much customization is there when you're creating these characters?
I would say limitless, but obviously there's a limit. Thousands of different ways. Everything from aesthetics. We're bringing back and improving our face scan technology that we had in NBA Live 16. We really allow you to put you in the game. So be able to customize all the aesthetics. We have amazing assortment of shoes and gear, which we're only going to grow after we launch the game as well. And then you can also customize your skills down to the most finite details. So even let's say, for example, if you and I both chose to be shoot first point guards, your shoot first point guard might be slightly different and have slightly different strengths and weaknesses than mine based on how I play and how I've chosen to customize it.
When it comes to the competition out there, you guys have taken a little hiatus. How does what they're doing impact what you guys are doing creatively?
Well, I mean, all respect to competitive products, both our direct competitor and to other games in general. The thing we've been focused most on is just with our team of really passionate, hoops heads, game makers, is just doing what we need to do to make our product good, in addition to really listening to what our players, more than anything, what our players are saying they want to see in NBA Live. And so we've taken some really amazing creative concepts coupled with a ton of feedback from all of our players, our community, and game changers. And that's really been our driving force to make NBA Live 18.
And let's just talk in general about gameplay and what you guys have been able to increase when it comes to that.
So what we've actually do for gameplay itself is kind of three key concepts, basically. So we've taken our animation engine and rewritten a couple of the major animation technologies, and it's added to a huge amount of physicality, both like on defensive end when you're guarding the ball and when you go to the hoop. So things are going to look smooth. They're going to look like the characters you're actually controlling, whether it be the one that you're creating or whether it's an NBA character. And that leads us to add like some pretty interesting mechanics into the game as well. We have a new on-ball mechanic. And it's not a nuance. It really is fundamentally something that we heard from players that they didn't like. A lot of players would say, I essentially go and guard another player when you or an opponent has the ball, because you can't really play defense on the ball. No one can. And so what we were trying to do is implement something. I think what we've done, and what we're hearing that we've done anyways from players, is we create a mechanic that really allows you to get up into a player's chest, D them up, and we turn it into a mini game. So if you're familiar with fighting games, it's twitch and skill based, where you have to guess and time your reactions both on defense and offense. And if you time them correctly, you can either shut a man down and force him to pick the ball up, open a steal window, or if you're on offense, you can blow right past your defender and take it to the hole.